Let's read this protractor for a second. First, can we just admire my amazing art skills? I know. It's uncanny that I can do math and I can draw. Yeah. Okay, drawing is not my strength, but it's legible. That's what matters, right? A for effort. It is very common to figure out, just to go back and forth between which angle am I looking at when I'm trying to measure an angle with a protractor. A protractor, first off, before we even start, when you have an angle, and I'm going to use my little tiny protractor that I have right here just to kind of give you an idea. Let's say I have an angle that looks like this guy here and I have to measure it. I have to find where the little hole is, the little circle, or this little dash mark here, and I want to put that right over the top of the circle and my vertex. And then I want to I need to align the flat line, the 180 degree mark, with the bottom of my angle. And then I'm going to follow the angle as to where it's shooting through. This particular one happens to be coming right through about this line right here. Okay, so if I'm measuring this angle that I'm just going to draw here, right over the top of my protractor, I have to figure out what is the angle measurement. And on my protractor, I have two numbers to choose from. It's very common to almost like flip a coin. Which one do I pick? But we don't want to do that, right? First off, let's go back. Ask yourself two things. Is this angle acute or obtuse? It's one or the other. It's not a right angle, because that would go straight up and down. This is an acute angle. Your second question is, what's the rule for an acute angle? Well, it has to be below or less than 90 degrees. So even if I think, well, I'm just going to read the top numbers, that wouldn't make sense for this. We have to think, wait, this is an acute angle, which means it can't be 135 degrees. That doesn't make any sense. That's a massively huge wide angle or obtuse angle. It must be 45 degrees. So your goal is, yes, align your angle. Make sure that's lined up. Make sure the circle and the vertex correspond with each other. Get that arrow as best as you can and make your best guess within a couple of degrees. But really, when you are stuck and you're not sure if it's the small number or the big number, go back to your basics. It's an acute angle, therefore it must be the smaller of the two numbers. So make sure that's always what you're thinking about. Don't get confused by the different choices. Just pick the one that's the most logical based on what you know about acute angles. Hopefully that helps, making reading protractors much easier. So how'd that go? Did that make any sense? Hopefully you had a moment of clarity where you went, oh, that's it. That's always my goal. So check out my other math videos, and hopefully you'll have more aha moments throughout all those as well. Don't forget to tell your friends too.